What's up, guys? Welcome back to my garage. We're back for another Saturday video. It's like you've just won the lottery. All right, so we have some developments here. Let's get this thing started on a good note. You see, we're down here at the barn. That's because, well, that GMC I sent down the road. Good buddy Kermit, he bought the GMC from us. He's a subscriber of the channel here. He's also in my Discord. That also reminds me, speaking of the Discord, I just started my new Discord server. Very much growing, just like my channel. Love to have you in the Discord. There is a link down below in the description if you would like to join the Discord. But, yeah. So he bought the GMC from us, and worked out a little deal with him. He had this Jason here. He asked me if I wanted to buy it for $1,500, and I said, you know what, thought about it for a minute. I'm like, you know what, this thing looks perfect. You know, he sent me some pictures of it. I'm like, you know what, it's about the condition that's good for the Extreme Hard Start series. I said, yeah. You know what? And $1,500 isn't that much money at all. So I'm like, you know what? This will be a good vehicle to have to work on. And also, you do see some money here, $8,500. That's because he bought the GMC for $10,000. Well, I bought this Jason for $1,500. So $10,000 minus $1,500. Well, that leaves you $8,500. You know, simple math. But we're going to take this, add it to our cash, most money we've had in this series, and we'll have to come back for this Jason later because do not have the money right yet to get this thing towed back to the... Well, we do have the money to get it towed back, but don't have a way yet because I haven't asked to get it towed back to the house by Ray or, you know, the local toll company or anything like that. So we're going to have to leave that here for right now. So let's close down the barn for right now. And then you notice that there is a pile of parts right in front of me. Well, those parts all belong to a B200. Some of these I already used. I could have used, our buddy Phantom. You guys know Phantom. You guys have been around here. You guys know Phantom. He's a good buddy of mine. He sent us these parts. He asked me, hey, could I send you some parts as a donation to the B200? And also, can I send you some cash? And I said, I'll take the parts, but I don't want the cash. Do not send me any cash. I said, cash is too easy to, you know, it's just, cash is too easy, right? Makes things too easy. With the parts, you might say, well, you're giving the parts, you don't have to buy them. It makes it easier. Yeah, you are right. That does make it easier, but I still have to use these parts, right? So I still have to work to use them. Now, I did, in the last video, use some of these parts that I didn't have yet. I didn't have these parts from Phantom yet, so it kind of sucks that he gave us free parts that, you know, I already bought. But we will save some of these. They all look to be in good condition. So, but what I'm really excited about is some of this suspension stuff here that he gave us, which is awesome. That's going to save us some money on the B200 that we are, you know, fixing up right now. So, yes, thank you to Phantom for sending us these parts, and also thank you to Kermit for buying the GMC and, you know, offering that cool Jason to us for a cheap price. So, yeah, we're starting to make some headway in this series, which is really nice. Some of this stuff is too big to pick up in the bag, so you just gotta pick it up one by one. Yeah, see, some of these parts would have been nice to have, but I didn't know, you know? So, it is what it is at this point. But you guys know me. I like to work on pickup trucks, so there's a good chance we're going to have another B200 down the road that we're going to be working on, so these parts could very well come in handy soon. So we're just heading back to the house now because I want to work more on the B200. I want to get the B200 up and running. We worked on the body last time. The truck's not going to be perfect by any means. Don't need it to be. Why? Because it's going to be a work truck, and it's probably going to get beat up anyways. So why put all kinds of time and more money into it and get it all fancy looking just to be a work truck that's going to get beat up? Doesn't make sense to me. But we're going to make it so it's roadworthy and hopefully reliable. So yeah, and I wanted to know in the last video, yesterday's video, if you guys thought we should put the diesel engine into this B200 or we should go for the 350 V8. And so far, I've only had one person tell me the diesel block, so right now, that diesel block is what's going in that B200 at some point here when we build the engine. So, yeah, see, it don't look bad. We kind of fixed it up. You know, it's not bad. It's going to work. We got a good box. We fixed the floor on and that, so it's going to be really good. The only big concern now is just getting the suspension. I want to put all new suspension on this and new wheels and tires. So it's still a lot of work. It's a work in progress. But nevertheless, we're going to make hopefully some real good headway on it today. Okay, that's not working too well. In the ground, that doesn't do us any freaking good. Okay, how are we going to do this? It's just, is this jack going to work, or are we going to have to go spend some more money down at the parts shop to buy a jack? To jack this up to get those floor jacks underneath of there. This might turn into a lot of ridiculousness. Yeah, it's still in the ground. I don't know. I don't know how to necessarily get around this. Okay, well that might have been the best thing that could have happened to us. Okay, I think that was crisis averted. You can move this one with it. Oh, okay, it's not jacked up. Never mind. I thought it was. All right. Yeah, those are your two options for engines to be built to go in the B200, the 350 block, or the 2.5 liter diesel. So, let's grab. I'm only going to need my wrench for this. Oh, no, that's not true. I'll go set the toolbox on the porch here. About right here. Let's go start taking some parts off. Hopefully the map doesn't eat some of my parts. That looks pretty good. I know Phantom gave us some parts, but if there's going to be some good parts to come off of this truck, I'm gonna use them, because then we can always hold on to those parts that Phantom gave us and use them down the road. Why not? If some of these parts are good like these, or they appear to be good, why wouldn't I use them? Okay, so that is bad. At this point, we're just going to take stuff off here because it's all going to be replaced. Cross member is going to be replaced. Thing is really bad. I know, like, this inner fender here and everything like that is all rusted out. I'm not worried about replacing that. You know what? Maybe I said I wasn't, but maybe I will. I mean, because that's the only piece on the body that's all kind of rusted out. Maybe we will. Maybe we will after we get some suspension done. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. This drive shaft looks pretty dang good. I'm going to set this up here. This part is kind of expensive. I don't want to lose it to the map. Okay. Transmission support looks good. The transfer case looks good. Transfer case is good. I think I do want to replace that support that the transfer case is on. Where's the bolt for it, though? Makes it hard when you can't get underneath the truck because of the collisions. Yeah, I can't get under the sumbitch at all. Okay, there's that bolt. That should release the gearbox. I'm going to put the gearbox up here too, because we can reuse that. Or not the gearbox, but the transfer case. Okay, this piece here, which is transfer case support. Oh, suspension. No, it would probably be on the body. Transfer case support. Can't reach it. So we got our transfer case, put that back up in there. That one. That bolt, so that's back in there. You know what? That goes to the front. That'd be for 4-wheel drive. I'm probably gonna... I might not even reuse this one. So I'm gonna make it a 2-wheel drive. Now, I know for a working truck, it might be good for 4-wheel drive, but for this game, it's really not. So, let's get this stuff out of the rear. Okay, that parking brake cable is no longer any good. Pretty much everything back here is shot. Gonna need the pry tool. Cool, that axle is good. We're gonna reuse that axle. Let's get some leaf springs for the rear. Did he send us some leaf springs for the rear? Leaf springs are... Can't grab that because it's not letting me. Oh, we do have a transfer case. Or the differential, I mean. So we are going to use that. Come on. Just let me pick the stuff up. It's annoying. Rear. Rear. Front and front. This is a rear axle. We don't need that. So we're going to reuse the one we have. We are going to need this guy. I put that in my bag. Yes, I can. Happy days. Are those for the rear? Yes, they are. All right. So he only gave us one hub then, it looks like. One rear hub. No problems there. Hey, one's better than none. I'll tell you that much. I'll take it all day. Gotta do these one by one because they won't fit in the bag. Which makes sense. Right now we're just putting regular... it's gonna just have just a standard ride height. We don't really need anything more than that. At least at this point. Okay, cool. And we have a diff. Ah, you... Yep. Well, I was going to say, well, at least we still have one. No, we don't have... That's what I'm talking about right there. Kind of garbage shouldn't happen. Well... I'm just going to do these one at a time because I don't trust taking them out of my bag. That's why you never trust anything in this game, because there's always going to be some kind of bug or something to screw you. That kind of stuff right there should not happen whatsoever. I could understand maybe once in a great while something falls through, but not every freaking time you play. Well, it's not exactly every time, but a lot of times. All right, so we're going to need everything else, I think, for the rear. Yeah, because that stuff's for the front. All that's for the front. So, yeah. I'm going to need a handbrake cable. The brake stuff, I'm going to need another hub for the other side. You got anything from here? It's just kind of brake stuff, really. So, need another one of those. Okay. Couple soft brake lines. Now having that happen, I just... I don't trust it at all. I don't want to take anything and throw it on the ground. But gonna kind of have to, in a way. All right, let's take the handbrake cable, get it on. Losing stuff through the freaking map kind of gives you PTSD, doesn't it? I'm so worried these are gonna fall through. All right. Didn't take that one off, I guess. Yeah, because they're attached to the axle, and I just didn't take it off. That's what it was. Will the ground eat this? No, of course not. Just wants to eat my free shocks that I got. Of course. Yeah, probably, I was, the game was just paying me back for getting free parts. That's what it was. So it's like, okay, I'm going to make it a little harder for you because you got all these other free parts. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. It was just, keeping us in check, All right. So the rear, I think, is done. That light must be bad. I think this is the one where we replaced last time, is it? Yeah, because that light casing is gray and that one's black. I think this is the one we replaced last time. I don't know. I can't remember. That was too long ago. That was only a couple days ago. I recorded that. Okay. Let's get ourselves a drive axle. I don't... Yeah. I don't know if it's that long one. Is it the drive shaft long, or is it just the drive shaft? I don't think it's a long. We don't have a long boy. Okay. I think we're all finished up here in the rear. Let's go to the front. We're going to need a front axle. I'm going to grab a two-wheel drive front axle. Because there's the 4-wheel. That's 225. What is... Okay, so they're both 225. Okay. This one's good, so we'll throw this one on. Grab another one for the front. Or no, Phantom gave us one, so we don't need to... Or actually, he gave us 2. But we're only going to use one of the 2. Okay. Cool. Getting somewhere now. Okay. He didn't give us any front shocks, so we'll have to buy those. But he did give us these. Gonna need a steering box. I'm not throwing these on the ground. Probably lose these too. I think a lot of it has to do with losing parts through the ground. I know that anything can fall through the map at any time, but I think certain parts are more prone to falling through, right? Like they're not... I don't know exactly how you would say it. Maybe like they're not coded right or programmed right or something. I don't know. You know, don't mind me. I don't know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Our steering shaft looks good, so we don't need to replace that guy. Okay. What else do we need? We need this steering link. Oh yeah, we need the... What is it called? Tie rod? Okay, that's all done up. Okay. Now, I think... Let's just check everything here. Make sure I got everything for the suspension. Drive shaft, half axle. Half axle would be for the front, but since I'm using the 2-wheel drive, then I don't... Those won't go into that 2-wheel drive axle. We need to put on the hubs, but we have a couple of those already. I'm not putting any heavy-duty stuff on here. Even though we're going to be doing probably some more heavier duty style work, we're going to pass on those. All right, these better not fall through. Just throw it there and do it this way. Okay. Now we got to go get our brake stuff. Do we have a... We got to look to see if we have a handbrake cable and master cylinder. We don't have a master cylinder. We do have a handbrake cable, and it actually does look... Yeah. Looks decent. Okay, cool. I like it. That headliner shot. Pedals look good too, so that's a good deal. Yeah, some of this interior is kind of grimy. Get our main brake line in. Tighten her up here. And over here. We have those tightened up. One dinner plate. Two dinner plate. Let's do these on the porch. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't want to work for you. That's why I usually don't spend the time doing that, because it's just more of a waste of time than anything. I was just trying to save me trips back and forth. Dang, it's getting dark out here. Did I tighten that up? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. All right. I think we are good to go. You're good to go. Sweet. I love it. Right front panel. Left front panel. Right front panel. Okay. Sweet. So suspension and brakes are now complete. Yeah, so it would be really nice to get this thing rolling. So I would really like to go get some wheels for this thing, some rims and tires. I don't exactly know what I want to get. So, actually, I was going to load up the back, but since we're going to get some wheels, we're not going to right now. Just going to throw that there. I'm going to sleep through the night real quick. So so we get some better light. Gotta eat some. There we go. That's enough. Now let's go get some wheels for this thing. I want to head down to the beach. All right. Let's go see if we can find something. Might go with these and try these out, maybe? These R14. I've never used these R14s before. These big old knobby ones. I like these because I think they're maybe slightly wider. Maybe not. Maybe we'll go with these, actually. These might be pretty cool. I've used these before. Yeah, let's give these a whirl. R16. So we need to find a 16 rim. So let's go over to this wall. Might be a little tricky because the furniture's in the way, the rims. But we'll see what we can do. I don't know which ones are 16s here. Okay, so some of these are 16s. We have more of a work style type of rim. Those 16s? No, those are 15s. Can't see any of these, which is an issue. I wish this stuff would be moved out of the way. We're just going to have to try our best. These are for the 15s, those one tires there. I wish these were actually 16s, but they're not. I'm going to have to go with something probably more fancier, I guess. Unless, I don't know if these are for the, I don't know if I'd be able to even buy those if I wanted to. Yeah, this workbench has got to be moved. It's been here for a long time. I can't move it, obviously. It just doesn't work. All right, well, I'm wondering if... What are these ones? Oh, man. Those are too small. I don't know if those would work for what we want. I can't even buy the dang things, even if I wanted to. All right, bud, you gotta move your furniture, man, where you buy it from. It's a little ridiculous, bud. It's not the first time I've dealt with it here, but I don't know, base game rims would work for those tires. If not, I'm going to have to buy these right here, I guess. Or those. We do have these here. 16, 16. I mean, we do. I just don't want to make it look too fancy. I mean, we could throw some bias plies on there too, but I've used those before. I do have Spazza stuff that I could throw on there. So these will probably be a lot less expensive if I go with these guys. Yeah, I think these are slightly wider. But I also do like these ones because they're so wide. You know what? Let's try those. And those are 16s. And I want to go buy some 16 rims to see if they will fit. And I can't get them in my bag. Yeah, I've never used these ones before, so let's try these out. Something different. I still never figured out what that book is next to the cash register there. I asked a while back if anybody knew what that was, and no one said anything. That's probably because, probably skipped over that part, huh? Oh, I got you again. Yeah, this thing right here. Press to click open the interior shop catalog. Now it says interior shop, but what interior shop? When I went in there before, there was nothing in there, in that book. Can you buy stuff? Are you supposed to be able to buy stuff from that book, from the interior shop, so you don't have to go all the way out to the interior shop? I clearly don't know. I'd have more of an idea if things would show up in that book when I looked last time. Alright, now we're going to go buy probably some base game rims because I want to see if they'll work. Sometimes with some modded tires, base game rims or other rims will work for them, and sometimes they won't. Oh, there was a shell back there, guys. Free shell. Maybe we should go check that out on the way back. I'll probably forget. And you know what we did forget in the last episode too? I forgot to pay the truck payment and the rent. And no one even said anything about that yet in the comments that I've seen. So, the truck payment is fine. I don't have to pay anything more than that, but they are also charging me a $50 late fee for the rent. They already contacted me. So, it's $150 for rent this week.
Hi, do you need tools?
Yeah, these are the ones that I'm just going to use for it that are 16s. And hopefully, they work for those rims. If they don't, then you know it's a learning experience, right? And then we'll either go back to the mod shop and get some rims, 16 rims to work on those, or we'll pick something out of the catalog. Okay. All 4 there. Let's head back to the house. We're still doing pretty good on fuel. We have a half a tank still, and we've done a heck of a lot of driving in this series. Oh, and for any of you that have wondered, that workshop on the dock video that I uploaded, and I said I was gonna get to uploading the save file on the Nexus, it's done. I did it last night, so it is up there ready for you to download and check out yourself if you choose to do so. What do we have here? Oh, look. Our favorite vehicle in the game. Another B200. I'm going to claim this sucker. I want to see if I can move it out of the way. Right now. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Move out of the way. Just in case it's here and then it load back in and then a car happens to randomly spawn here again. I think we should be out of the way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it spawns like right here, so I think we moved it far enough. But alright, it's claimed. So we got another B200 extended cab. Was that a long bed? I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at it. I don't want to go off-road here because, as we know, there are invisible stumps everywhere around here, and it just absolutely destroyed my truck. If you didn't know, there's all kinds of invisible stumps there in this woods here. So don't be going to drive around in there. I found that out the hard way about a month and a half ago. Because before, there was never any invisible stumps. Like, you'll see some of those stumps out there, like, they're there, but there's even more invisible ones. They're just scattered all over in there. There's a lot of them. Well, we just busted up our truck a little bit. That's all great. Trying to turn around a little bit more. Well, the time was coming soon. I've been doing so freaking good driving this thing all over creation and haven't busted it up at all. I was just trying to back up here because I wanted to get a little closer to the tire machine. Oh well. At the end of the day, it's a freaking work truck, I guess. I don't know if we did all that much damage to it. Oh, look at the bumper. The bumper is a little off, it looks like. But it could be just a reflection. I don't know. Looks good to me. Looks good to roll. Nah, ain't no big deal. Alright, let's pay our stuff so we know. We have to pay $250 for a truck payment. So this will be our second ever truck payment. So that's going on the table there, $250. And then now, instead of $100 for the rent, we're paying an extra $50 for our late fee. $150. So, yep, that came out. Alright, let's get this down. Hopefully this works. Does, sweet. Those are good looking tires. Pretty good detail on them. And when you put them on a rim, they get so much bigger. Which is cool, you know? Then it's going to be time for the hand pump again, which I hate. Really, really missing my air compressor from Bull's tool pack. Could easily have it, but I decided to take those tools out and because I wanted to make it harder. And obviously more inconvenient. All right, cool. Those look good on there. Yeah, getting this thing to roll is going to be a huge win. Could have grabbed the wrench. Last one. Cool. Let's get these off the jack stands because I think we're pretty good. I think we got everything underneath of here, right? Before we do that, let's set the brake. Looks good. They don't look like they need really any air, but I want to make sure they have enough. That one's filled up all the way. All right. Cool. Heck yeah. I'm liking it. Okay, so let's move this. Hopefully we can get it to move easier, which seems like we can. Let's get it to roll closer to the house. There we go. Then yeah, I think so far this is the diesel is going to be the engine that we're going to put on it. So, yeah, I would really like an engine stand. Should have looked at one when we were down at the store. I guess we could run to the store and see how much one is. I just a little worried that we won't have enough money to build the engine. I mean, could always do it without an engine stand, but an engine stand makes it a lot more convenient. It would be nice to have. So, you know what? Let's throw that back in here for now. I think. Yeah, where's my move tool? It's out here with the box. Put that in the bag. Back there. Cool. Because the next big step is, now we have some interior stuff to do, right? But, you know what? Let's handle the interior stuff. I think that's better. And then I will go check on the engine stand myself. Yeah, that doesn't come out with a pry tool, does it? We'll work on the interior. Mirror is good. That fell through. This is bad. I don't even know how much this would be worth. Don't know if it's even worth taking down to Steve. All right, so that's out of there. I want to pull out this dash too. I'm going to replace it. Yeah, there's not a radio in there. I'm not even going to worry about a headliner. Don't need one that's just extra money that we really don't need to spend, and sun visors and everything. I mean, that's an extra, a lot of money, right? I mean, you're looking at $200 plus. We don't need any carpet in this right now. We just don't. But we are going to need a seat. And we will need a dashboard with a cluster. I think everything else is pretty good. We have a gear shifter in there? No, we do not. Okay, that one's $82, $105. That cheapest one. We'll just put this mirror back in here. So at least we have a mirror. Okay. Seat is in. New dash. I'm not going to worry about a glove box cover or door. You have the radiator. We could buy some radiator hoses. I6D, wouldn't it? Lower hose and upper hose. Okay. So that's in. Yeah. I think we don't need any windows over here. We don't need any door cards in the inside. Well, actually, you know, I think we do need one for the driver's side, don't we? Yeah, because we're going to have a door handle to open and close it, right? Yeah. We're going to need the door handle to be able to open and close it from the inside. So we're good there. Actually, you know what? We'll buy one for the other side, too. Because if we have anybody ride with us, we're going to have to, you know, have that. Okay. Cool. All right, our interior looks pretty decent now. Not perfect, but decent. So, yeah, I think... Let me move this a little closer. I want to wash this off. All the dirt's kind of bothering me a little bit. Hopefully it reaches this far. Ah, that's good enough, huh? That looks good. It's pretty good. It's not a bad looking green. Cool. All right. We could get the box, too. I think the box is dirty. Well, it doesn't look that dirty, does it? Yeah. I thought it was dirty when we put it in here. Maybe putting it inside the garage, it cleaned it up. All right, well, I think that's where I'm gonna leave it for this Saturday, guys. We're in a good place to get the engine built. I would start it in this one, but we've only had one person tell me if they want to see a 350 or a diesel in this truck. So I'm hoping more of you comment and let me know what you would like to see for an engine. Right now, it's going to be the diesel. So, yeah, next time we're going to build this diesel, get the heartbeat in it, and hopefully it will start. In the meantime, I'm going to go back to the shop down there. I'm going to go look to see how much a engine stand is, and also I'm going to buy a gas can with some gas in it because we may need it for this truck. So those are two things I'm going to go do. We're down to $6,900 in the pocket, so things are going to get tight once again. And also I'm going to clean this place up, take the used parts probably down to Steve, and I will see you guys back here hopefully on Monday for another wild and wacky random event generator wheel spin. So hopefully you guys have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you guys next week. Like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.